Alright guys, welcome back, and basically we're doing the full review here on the FiteVile work shoes or work boots, and they've sent me a new pair here as well just to compare damage. So you can see this one covered in cement, covered in plaster and all muck and everything else. So first and foremost guys, do I think you should buy them? If you're looking at new boots, absolutely. I wonder if you're like myself and never really look after your feet so much, whereas you don't think boots really make much of a difference. You maybe buy ones that are 20 or 30 as cheap as possible, but I can honestly say these have been very comfortable, and they have lasted over a lot of terrain, over muck, over stone, over scaffold, ladders up and down, working on machines, cherry pickers, scissor lifts, and working on cold concrete, even colder than this, in workshops, real cold concrete. And my wife actually got a pair as well, pair of not work boots but just a pair of boots, and she described them very similar to what I think I said in my previous FiteVile video, that it's like walking on pillows, it's like walking on air. That's her words, guys. I think I said something similar. You'll have to go back to that first video. I think I said something similar. Have I noticed any wear and tear on the soles when I'm walking about on these FiteViles? No, I haven't felt. They still feel comfortable, still feel soft. But the main thing with these guys compared to other work boots is they are very light. I mean, like, they are so light, and that's something that I never noticed. That I used to wear heavy boots, and obviously with the plaster and the dirt and all getting to them, they were getting heavier and heavier. Which it's just extra strain on your legs and your lower back, in my opinion, your hips and stuff, and your ankle. I say ankle because I had my ankle broke before, and it still gives me problems to today. But really, guys, so in my opinion, these boots have been good. They've been comfortable. They've been light. They've got the steel toe in them. And to me, my feet haven't felt cold. I have been wearing thick work socks as well, but my feet haven't felt cold, my toes haven't felt cold. So over nearly 6 months, I think we're 5 months with wearing these work boots, and the only wear and tear, there's been a wee bit on the lace. So the wear and tear, wee tiny bits on the lace starting to fray, and I have pulled off the wee back tongue, because I think my left foot's bigger than my right, and in the mornings I really pull it. I'm almost too lazy just to loosen the laces where I give it a good yank. But this is all good for you guys, because you know there's going to be wear and tear with work boots anyway. I did read somewhere and it said you should change your work boots every 6 months. I possibly won't do that completely. I'll probably keep these ones for like dirty sites, and then maybe keep them for like inside people's houses working for as long as possible. I'd probably do keep work boots much too long, and I did read something where they said you should change them every 6 months, but then you read things that says good work boots should last you a year, but I don't know. Just things I was reading online. And the other thing I want to talk about, guys, is the grips. Now, when I first saw these grips, honestly, I thought they are not good. That was my initial thought, was them grips are no good. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I was completely wrong. Them grips are very good, and I don't know why, because to me that design doesn't look very grippy. It looks like it's gonna slip, and when plasters especially, guys, we be on some slippy surfaces. I mean, like, we're working over plaster that's on, laminated floors sometimes on new builds, concrete smooth floors with plaster dripping, and I can tell you now I have never slipped with plaster yet, not even once. The only time I slipped was on where the mixer was washed out and it was all greasy. That greasy cement where you wash out all over the side. That was the only time I slipped, and I didn't fully slip. I slipped and got my grip again. Now I think if you were wearing a pair of football boots, you would have slipped on that, because it's like, you know, it's like scum. It's like creamy scum sand cement. I don't know if there's many people that have actually know what I'm talking about, but it's like a fluffy, dirty cement. It gets real slippy. So that's the only thing I've slipped on. I thought I was going to have problems with these slipping on, you know, smooth concrete with plaster on it and all, but not once have I felt like it slipped or didn't have good grip. When you walk on muck, you actually see all the imprint. You see all the imprint, so it obviously bites really good into some surfaces and slippy surfaces, especially. So, guys, honestly, I have been pretty well enough impressed with these to obviously follow this up and do another review on them, and well, do a full review on them. So to me, this is a good 5 months in. The obvious wear and tear were a bit rough pulling them on. Do they let in water? That would maybe be the next question. I think once I did a video where it got rained off. I think that was the only time my feet actually got wet, but everything was wet. I had a waterproof jacket on, and my t-shirt still get wet, you know, because it gets in the seams. My socks were wet, so obviously my shoes were wet, but my underwear was wet, guys. It was every part of me was soaking, and you think that I just jumped in a puddle and swam about in it, but that day was just torrential rain, and we had to cover stuff up before we left, so we were gonna get soaked. But that was the only day that I've noticed the let in water. Now, personally, when I'm walking about the building site, I try to avoid the puddles. I try not to walk in the water, because if you get an infection or you get some nasty, you know, I don't know, fungus in your feet or something, it's going to be horrible. So personally, yeah, I try to avoid deep puddles and stuff, but being a plasterer, you can't avoid it because everything you're walking on is wet. So I haven't felt them letting in. Now, I haven't did an absolute water test on them. Maybe if FiteVile want to send another pair, I'll dip them into a bucket of water and we'll see how long it is before the water gets. And it's a bit windy here and stuff, so hopefully that noise doesn't annoy you too much. But yeah, on with their goodies as well. I have some goodies, and I have some Fila goodies as well, but the FiteVile ones are very comfortable, so I was always sticking them on. They were the shoes I was wearing walking back and forward to work when I was working in a workshop. I was wearing them back and forward to where I was staying. So again, they're very comfortable too if you've seen the trainers on a video, and the wife, like I said, walking on there. So hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. Again, if you're watching this video, I don't care, 10 years down the line, a year down the line, another couple of months down the line, and want to ask how I'm getting on with them, you're going to get the honest answer, guys.
What we doing live? Echoes in eternity.